Hi everyone, welcome to the very first episode of ConTech Connect. I'm Joyce and I'm so thrilled to have you join me and critique some simple journey. So why a podcast? Well, earlier this year, I set myself a goal to have my own podcast channel for me and my network can dive into the exciting and sometimes overwhelming world of technologies. So I have been diving into different content podcasts and also discovering incredible episodes from top world industries. And they have inspired me a lot to have my own channel. And it also brought me opportunity to connect with top voices from the industry, including our today guest, Andy Nguyen, head of AI from ATS Group. Andy, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Joyce. Hello, everyone. I'm Andy. I'm currently holding the position as the head of AI, and I'm really excited to kick off this conversation about AI in construction. I think we're currently at a fascinating juncture where AI tools, like large language models, robotics, or advanced simulations, are transitioning from buzzword to real on-site application. And I'm really excited for this talk today, Joyce.
Thank you, Andy. What a lovely introduction. So before we dive in, let me share our today's conversation. We are going to break this topic down into three layers. First, we will look at the hype, the buzzwords, the promises, and the expectations surrounding AI in construction. Next, we dig into the reality, what actually happening on the ground, and the real challenges. Finally, we will explore the vision, what the future holds for AI in construction, and where like the biggest opportunity lies. And there will be a little surprise at the end of the show for you, Andy. So stay tuned for that. Are you ready?
This sounds like a great approach, Joyce. I think AI is such a multifaceted topic, right? And look at it through different layers, make it so much easier to understand in general.
Exactly. So let's jump right into the first layer, the hype. Well, AI is being called a game changer for construction, but sometimes the buzz feel bigger than the reality. And there are some buzzwords I keep hearing from the industries, starting with predictive modeling. So have you heard about that? And what are your thoughts?
The old predictive modeling. Well, predictive modeling is one of the most practical AI application in construction and is incredibly powerful, right? It can help like forecast equipment failures, optimize project schedule, or even sometimes predict labor demand. But the reality is that for predictive modeling, it all comes down to data, well, technically clean and well-structured data. So without it, even the most advanced models will get unreliable results.
Gabby, all right. Okay, next up,
Exactly.
robotics. I must say that I was quite impressed by the advancement in robotics, especially with like hardware improvement and also software capabilities. So, how about you? What's your bet on this?
Well, absolutely. I think robotics, it all came down to reinforcement learning, and with the booming of large language model, robotics is evolving fast. Now we're currently seeing machines that can navigate job sites autonomously, and it helps to reduce like safety risk and filling gaps caused by labor shortage, right? I personally think that the next wave of robotics will be about agility and precision. So we will see the robots that can adapt to changing environment and integrate seamlessly into workflows. So combine this with AI. This is where the real transformation happens, in my opinion.
So like fascinating. It's like AI had incredible potential, right? But it not a one size fits all solution, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's all about finding the right fit for each project and company.
Now that we have unpacked the hype, let's look at what's really happening on the ground. Andy, what do you see AI making the biggest impact in construction today?
Well, for right now, I think it's definitely making impact in three key areas in construction: safety, workflow optimizations, and also predictive maintenance. Right. So, for example, AI can analyze real-time data to predict any material shortage based on the regional trends, or it could help to also recommend alternative suppliers, right? Which would save weeks of potential delays.
Okay, I see. That's impressive, but I imagine implementing AI isn't without challenges. What are the main obstacles companies face?
Well, personally, I think AI in construction is incredibly promising, right? But it's never without its challenges. I think one of the biggest challenge is data fragmentation. So most companies have their data spread like multiple across uh, different system, and that won't even communicate with each other. So another challenge I see in construction with AI is that the variability on job sites where condition can really change daily. So as we just discussed, right, AI thrives on consistent and structured data. So companies need to standardize and clean their data to get the most value out of these tools. But I think we're seeing more accessible solution emerge, which makes me definitely more optimistic about the broader adoption of AI in construction.
That's interesting because it aligns with something I've been hearing from my clients. Many of them struggle with integration challenges, especially when merging newly acquired application into their existing systems. So I think it's a pain point for them. Do you think AI could help to address these issues?
Well, absolutely. I think AI can play a huge role in smoothing out these integration challenges. From the top of my head, here's some few ideas. Okay, first, we could leverage AI-powered data mapping tools that could automatically align data formats within the old and new system, right? We want all this system to have the consistent data format. Well, secondly, we could implement some machine learning models for anomaly detection, right? We discussed a lot about the predictive maintenance, which would definitely help teams spot and resolve inconsistency in merged data in real time. And well, finally, we could deploy AI assisted automation to streamline repetitive tasks, right? We see a lot of this computer use from Anthropic, which would let the large language model to use this so-called agent to do any repetitive task on your computer, right? So whether it's syncing records, standardizing workflow, or flagging integration errors before they become the major issues, AI can turn system integration from a headache to a seamless process for everyone.
Such a great insight. And so there are some other opinion. I would love to hear your perspective as well. For example, Dr. Sarah Panchers, CEO of Chantun, called AI with another phrase, IA, intelligent augmentation. She pointed out that like, the goal of IA is to empower people rather than replacing them. What's your opinion on this?
I agree with Dr. Bush's point that AI is all about using AI to empower people, not replace them. So if you look at how AI is actually evolving overall, especially from the conversation we had about the language models and robotics, right? There's always a pattern. The most successful use case combine the human judgment with AI-driven insights, right? Rather than we just handling everything to the machines, I would say, in layman terms. So I think AI should be seen as a tool to amplify human expert, not something that replaces, right? So in construction, AI excels at repetitive and data-driven tasks like predicting equipment failures or optimizing schedule, while humans team focus on creativity, strategy, and problem solving. So the combination of human judgment and AI-driven insight would definitely lead to better decision and more resilient projects, right? So ultimately, this kind of AI flips the script from is AI out to replace us onto how can AI to help us do our jobs even better, right? So in practice, this is all about empowering teams, streamlining workflows, and keep everyone safer and more productive, which is what makes AI a great tool for augmentation, not replacement.
Mhm. I see. Such an important point, and it really shifts my perspective. Now, another point from TUI Cottomage, CEO Brocora. He talked about how AI is transforming project management, and instead of just reacting to problems, manually searching for pattern in data, it AI help us to proactive approach. It identify potential issues before they happen and suggest the way to prevent them.
That proactive approach is exactly where I said it, right? We're no longer reacting to problems after they occur. So AI shifted us and our mindsets into prediction and prevention modes, right? So tools like predictive analytics and reasoning models would definitely enable us to spot patterns and also anticipate issue well in advance, right? So imagine this, having an AI that can analyze hundreds of past projects and say, so based on this condition, here are the top risks you are likely to face over the next 3 months. That is powerful, I have to
I
admit.
see.
But the big question is, are we fully there yet? Well, I personally think we are not quite everywhere, right? We see a large firm are leading the way, integrating AI into their project management workflows. And for smaller companies, I think adoption is still in progress, right? The key challenge to all firms is that we want to make sure that AI has reliability, right? AI has to be trusted to get it right. Not all the time, but most of the time, right? So I think at our current stage, we're starting to solve that with longer reasoning chains, as we see in many reasoning modules like OpenAI O1 or DeepSeek R1, right? And we need to improve test time computation, right? Which would definitely help AI make better decision the more time it has to think, right? And at that point, we definitely see the ROI most clearly when using these AI models, right? And this ultimately unlocks the potential for AI to become a truly reliable, I would say, partner in project management, which would definitely transform the way we work in the future.
Yeah, you are right. I think that construction is in speed lower than the other industry in adopting AI. And it reminded me of Pori from a postcard of conference. They mentioned that cross-industry collaboration and one of the trends will be noted in 2025 for the construction industries. And they noticed that like there is an expectation from the end user that like the technology solution will integrate with the other, and it made me also wonder that like are there any other example of AI application in other industries that using construction should adopt?
Construction can definitely take inspiration from AI application in our industry, right? One standout example to me is manufacturing, right? We see more and more companies and factories that use sensor and machine learning to detect equipment failures before they could even happen, right? So construction could apply the same approach to heavy machinery, which would definitely reduce downtime and costly repairs. Well, another standout example to me is AI powered safety monitoring, right? Definitely a game changer in logistic and autonomous vehicles, right? Well, companies are now using AI vision to detect potential hazards in real time. Something construction can definitely adopt for site safety, which is one of our main pinpoint in construction. And this would definitely help to ensure compliance and also reduce accident in the future. Ultimately all about bringing that same level of automation and precision to construction, right? The key to integrating this solution is in a way that makes sense for the unique challenge of the construction industry.
Yeah, so brilliant examples. It's so how much we can learn by looking beyond our industry, right? Thank you so much, Andy, for sharing that. Okay, let's look ahead. Where do you see AI making the biggest impact in construction over like, the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, over the next 5 to 10 years, Joyce, I think that AI will have its most significant impact in four key areas: generative design, real-time monitoring and compliance, predictive analytics, and robotics-driven automation. AI would definitely shift from being an useful tool to be an indispensable force driving productivity, safety, and also sustainability in construction.
I think that's really exciting. And it's something I think more commonly right now are starting to prioritize. But with so much potential, what's the one thing we need to get right?
Well, I think that the biggest challenge and opportunity lies in how we handle data and ethics. So, as we talk a lot about Joyce, AI is only as good as the data is trained on, right? So, ensuring that high quality and unbiased, and most importantly, well structured data is critical for this reliable AI driven decision making in construction. Also, equally important is about ethical AI adoption. So, transparency in these AI models, right? We want to ensure that the decisions are explainable and fair. And this will be crucial in the future, especially in areas like worker safety, hiring, and risk assessment, right? So companies must establish clear guidelines for AI accountability. And we want to answer the question that who is responsible when an AI-driven system make an error. Data security and privacy must also be prioritized in AI adoption in the future, right? So as an AI system collect vast amount of data from sites, protecting this sensitive project information from breaches will be the key in the future. So, in short, I think to unlock AI's full potential, we need to build trust in this decision, safeguard data integrity, and also implement ethical frameworks that we want to ensure that AI serve people first. I think that the two main words we want to concern about people first, as always.
I'm sure that like our listener have a lot to take away from this as well. Before we wrap up, let's end with a quick lead on that round. I will throw you two options and you will pick up one. Ready?
All
Okay.
right, let's go.
Yeah. AI in construction, savior or disruptor?
Well, that's a tough one, Joyce. I have to side with Savior if we use this wisely.
I see. How about data, big or clean?
I'll clean every time.
I see. Next question, robotic or predictive modeling?
Robotics, for sure.
Hmm. Start big or start small with AI adoption?
Oh, start small, always.
A final question, the future of AI, fully autonomous or collaborative?
Oh, that's a tough one. I think I might have to side with autonomous.
Why?
Well, I think we're currently at the point where we're heading towards a future where AI system won't just support decision, right? We are already seeing them making decision and act on them in real time. So, for example, in construction, I think that fully autonomous system will handle any repetitive, dangerous, and high precision tasks, right? And as we've seen a lot in 2024, advances in reinforcement learning, raising model, and test time computation. And this is helping AI system are becoming more reliable, which make autonomy not only possible but also scalable, which is I think where the AI future is heading towards. The ultimate goal of AGI. Can talk about this and the future of AI for hours, Joyce, but I think for the sake of our podcast, let's just keep on that note first.
Yeah, I think that feels like is the perfect note to end on today. And we have talked a lot about collaboration today, but to truly unlock AI full potential, autonomous AI is where the future is heading, right? Andy, thank you so much for sharing your insight, and it's been a great discussion. And I'm sure that like we have a lot to take away from today.
Thanks, Joyce. It was a pleasure to be here, and it's always been great discussing this topic with you, Joyce.
Yeah, and to our listener, thank you for tuning in. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to follow the podcast and also leave a review. See you soon.
Bye.